hearing that Spencer Dinwiddie is going to be extension eligible as of Saturday, and today's Monday. And allegedly, he can sign a 4-year, $128 million extension. And it's actually starting on Monday. He can sign it. So Spencer Dinwiddie is currently in the final year of his contract. That carries a $20.36 million hit. The 30-year-old averaged 16.5 points and 9.1 assists after getting traded back to the Brooklyn Nets this past year. And this is a report coming from Brian Lewis of New York Post. And the interesting part about when you look at this current situation, a 4-year, $128 million deal would basically be about $32 million a year. So you'd be giving Spencer Dinwiddie a raise of about $12 million on average per season, while this deal would carry him up to the age of, almost 35. And, I've always liked Spencer Dinwiddie. He's a guy who plays with a chip on his shoulder. He's a pretty good playmaker. He's good at scoring at all three levels, getting to the rim, and can hit the three-point shot. But it is sometimes streaky, but I think as he's gotten older, the three-point shot has gotten better. Though, as he's gotten older defensively, even though he's 6'5", he hasn't gotten better. But, he's a good fourth-quarter player. He's a great offensive guy, but there's, the thought, is he better suited at this point in his career as a high-paid player off the bench or as a starter? And I think that's interesting. It's one of those things when you look at it, because Spencer Dinwiddie has played 466 games for his career, he's averaged 28 minutes a night, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. And over the last 2 seasons, he's played for 3 teams. Okay? And technically in the last 3 years, he's played, last 2 years, yeah. Last 2 years, he's played for 3 teams. He returned to the team that traded him in 2021. And I don't know. Brooklyn Nets fans, for me, I'm at this point with the way the NBA is going, with free agency not being a thing anymore, I would re-sign Spencer Dinwiddie, because if you re-sign Spencer Dinwiddie, what it does, it allows you to trade him. He's a trade asset. He becomes a contract filler. Even if he ends up looking like Kyle Lowry out there in 2 years, it's still a salary you can use, attach a first-round pick to move. And I think having that is better than just letting him walk away for free. Because no one's going to pay him $25 million, $30 million for 1 or 2 years. If you lock him up for 4 years, I'm not saying give him the full 4-year deal, but maybe give him a 2-year $70 million deal or a 2-year $60. Okay. I don't think that's a terrible deal for Spencer Dinwiddie. But, I'm not a Nets fan, so that's where we're sitting and we're like, is that what needs to be done? Or will that help the team out? Let me know.